Welcome back to our channel. Today, I have an amazing African story that will leave you speechless. Prepare to be dazzled by the rich tapestry of storytelling from the African continent. She made Tiwa sleep in a small, dark corner of the house, away from the rest of the family, while her half-siblings enjoyed lavish meals and gave Tiwa the leftover food to eat. Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Tiwa who was sick all the time. Her life. Her mother died shortly after giving birth, leaving her in the care of her father and his evil family. Since Tiwa was a child, her father and his entire family have neglected her and treated her as a burden. They called it a vegetable and made fun of it. At every opportunity, a few years after her mother's death, T's father would marry a very beautiful woman named Maureen. She was very beautiful, but her heart was very dark for many years, and she was used as a slave in her father's house, even in her own home. When she was sick, she would sleep in a small, dark corner of the house away from the rest of the family, while her half-siblings enjoyed sumptuous meals, Tiwa offering them leftovers to eat, and Maureen always looking down on Tiwa. And tell her that you are nothing but a curse on this family. Why don't you just disappear? How you pierced the deepest part of Tia's heart when she thought of ending everything on many occasions. Yet Tia continued to move forward with the hope that one day she would get the miracle she longed for. Her endless illness made life unbearable for her because not only was she in constant pain, but her entire family despised her and treated her like an abomination. One day, this happened after many years. Tiwa was fetching water from village stream when I found a woman sitting on the riverbank. The woman had a gentle face and a warm smile, which made Tiwa feel comforted immediately. "Why do you look so sad, my dear?" the old woman asked Tiwa, who burst into tears. Taa poured out her heart to the strange woman to tell her about the cruelty confronted at home, and with her constant illness that never seems to go away, the strange woman listens to Tiwa and tells her not to worry because she has a very bright destiny ahead of her. Tiwa looks into her eyes and gives it a special necklace that she would wear around her neck, saying that the necklace would protect her and fill her with strength. But the woman warned Tiwa to never wear the necklace at night, and Tiwa because she trusts her, and she wore the necklace around her entire neck. He was very grateful to the stranger. When the woman thanked her and returned home from that day, Tiwa noticed that she began to feel much better. Her health improved, and Tiwa was now filled with extraordinary strength, a strength that she had never known was possible before. The entire village was amazed at her transformation, as Tiwa began to look very good. Her illness disappeared, and Tia lived a normal life in the village, the kind of life she had prayed for all these years. Her family was also shocked to see how strong Tia was. Suddenly, she was no longer the weak, sick girl they had always known, and she wondered how that was possible. One morning, Tiwa woke up to the shock of her life. Her special necklace was no longer on her table, and she was searched everywhere. But not finding it and realizing that her necklace was nowhere to be found, Tiwa asked her stepmother Maureen, who denied ever taking the necklace and, feeling frustrated, ran to the village stream in search of the strange woman to comfort her. Strange. There was a woman waiting for her. "Someone stole my necklace," Tiwa cried as she approached the strange woman. Tiwa is afraid that her strange illness will return because of her smile. She begged the woman to help her, and the strange woman urged her on to stop crying when she put her hand in her pocket and took out the necklace. "I'm with the necklace," she said to Tiwa, who looked very relieved to see her. At this point, Tiwa's body started to weaken as her illness gradually returned to her body. "Please, can you have the necklace back? My body is starting to weaken," she said to the old woman, who told her that she would only get the necklace if she agreed to do something for her in return. Tia, filled with despair, asked the woman what she wanted, and the strange woman. She revealed to her that she wanted her womb in return, and told Tiwa that her health would be fully restored if she sacrificed her womb to her. Anda opened her eyes and mouth in shock as she never saw this coming, and thought the woman was like that, God's gift to her. She didn't know that Tiwa was evil. Without hesitation, she revealed to the evil woman that she would not sacrifice her stomach, and told her that she would find another way to be strong. The evil woman looked at her and laughed as she told Tiwa that she was making a huge mistake that she had exposed. that Tia would never be healthy again in her life without the necklace and the Tiwa. Although she was worried to hear that, she had faith that one day she would receive her full recovery. She returned home and actually fell ill again, but this time the illness was worse. She could barely Tia standing was walking and was confined to her bed, and her stepmother Maureen had no sympathy for her and stabbed her with food, saying that if Tia chose to lie in bed all day, she did not deserve to have any food for several days. She kept her word and never gave it up. Her food, her half-sister Tolu, when she saw how weak Tiwa was, decided to secretly share her food with Tiwa. Two became very worried and decided to seek advice from her sisters on what they could do to help Ti get to know her sisters. Joe called her stupid for caring about Tiwa despite their dismissive attitude, and T could not ignore her half-sister's suffering. Tiwa, one afternoon while everyone was at home, they heard a knock on their door. It was a man who came to ask for Joe's hand in marriage. He had seen Joe a few days ago when she was returning home with her friends and was interested in her marriage. The young man seemed very wealthy and handsome, and Joe was very happy when she realized that the handsome man had come to ask for her hand in marriage. The young man spoke to Joe's father, declaring his desire to marry her, and after hours of discussions, he left their house while everyone was beaming with joy. While they were celebrating, Tia came out of her room weak and helpless when she told them that she could not marry such a man. Everyone turned to look at Tiwa, who was barely able to stand on her own, and her stepmother Maureen was very angry when she shouted at her. T asked her who gave her the door to speak in such cases, and Tia continued with all the strength she could muster, as she revealed to them that Joe was not the first woman the young man had approached to marry, and revealed that any woman he would agree to, marrying the young man, will go crazy on their wedding day because the young man was married to a water spirit. Maureen was filled with extreme anger. She raised her hand to slap Tiwa when they heard a knock on their door. They opened the door and saw an old man claiming to be a very strong man from the neighboring village. He revealed to them that he was tracking the young man, who had just left their home because he knew the young man was looking for his next victim, and revealed that it was the young man possessed by a spirit searching for young women to use for their evil purposes. The old man revealed that more than 10 women had gone mad because they agreed to marry the young man. Everyone turned and looked at Tiwa, wondering how she knew about the young man. The young man's plans after delivering his letter were to leave their home when he saw Tiwa and said that her time of suffering was over. The strong man revealed that Tiwa was a very strong woman, and it was very unfortunate for him to be trapped in. A curse was placed on her mother many years ago, and it is revealed that Tia's mother, when she was younger, was an extremely evil bully who made the lives of those around her a living hell. One day she bullies a girl and ends up killing herself because of it. The terrible things you did to her. Did you know that the girl's mother was a very powerful witch who caused her lineage with illness? C mentioned that every virgin girl in her line would suffer from an unbearable illness. The old man revealed to Tiwa that a strange woman, the one who approached her a while ago, was the same witch who cursed her mother, who asked for her womb because she knew that Tiwa would one day be freed from the curse, and she tried to cunningly take her womb to end her mother's lineage, which the old man performed. A powerful ritual to break the curse. He chanted ancient incantations, and a glowing light enveloped Tiwa. Feeling the weight of the curse finally leaving her body, the old man announced to her that the curse had been broken, and Tiwa could only scream with joy from that day on. Tiwa's health improved rapidly. She regained her strength and soon became stronger and healthier than she was before. The whole village celebrated her recovery. Her father and sisters apologized to her for all the terrible things they had done to her. Tiwa forgave them and began to live a bad life, a happy and fulfilling life free from her recurring illness. Tia was very grateful to Tlu for helping her when no one cared. They became best friends and live happily as a family. The lesson to be learned from this story is that we should be careful of how we treat others to avoid attracting curses that would affect our unborn children. Always be compassionate towards others and treat them kindly, because you never know what the future holds. Do not make decisions out of desperation to avoid getting yourself into trouble. I hope you enjoy the story. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It helps us develop our channel. See you in our next story. Bye.